Anger. How do we release and let go of all anger? We recognize that we are angry with ourselves when we are blaming and pointing the finger at anything or anyone outside of our own individual micro self and saying, you are creating my anger, you are making me angry, you are the reason for my anger, or these circumstances are the reason for my anger or sadness or whatever ill, mentally and emotionally debilitating feeling we're having. We point our finger at that person, place, or thing, or situation, circumstance, and say, this is why I'm angry. One finger pointed outwards, 3 fingers pointed back at ourself. We get to choose how we feel. We create all feelings, including anger, within ourselves. Or we create other feelings like love within ourselves. Through self-awareness, we recognize more and more and more how we have been creating the anger within, how we have been creating the sadness and depression and anxiety and all these things within. That anger, depression, anxiety, and all these ill thoughts and feelings come from a place of fear. Fear creates anger, anger creates fear. We go around and around and around and around, creating things we do not truly intend to create. We're unconsciously creating those ill thoughts, feelings, behaviors, and things. Those ill circumstances and events. The events that create post-traumatic stress and every form of anxiety and depression and angry violence. All violence stems from anger and fear. So when we're let go, we have another episode more on fear. And like fear, we let go of our anger by building more self-awareness as to how we became angry in the first place. And then clearing that away, working through it. When we face our fears, when we face our anger, when we face these things and walk through them by working through them, we get to the other side of it. And on the other side of anger, on the other side of fear, on the other side of hatred and depression is love and everything that love encompasses. Forgiveness. Forgiving those we are angry towards, forgiving the circumstances we are angry towards, forgiving all we have ever felt angry towards, forgiving our individual micro self for having those angry feelings and for committing acts of violence and hatred from those angry feelings. And knowing we get to choose how we feel. We create our own individual feelings based on how we're responding to our physical environment, our physical brains, thoughts and feelings, our physical interactions, physical events and circumstances, physical everything, and how we respond and react to it. We can choose to react with ill, angry, violent, upsetting, anxiety-provoking types of thoughts and feelings. Or we can choose joy, love, peace, to build and build and build more love, peace, and joy in our individual micro self. Knowing we deserve to be happy, we deserve to be loved, we deserve to be at peace. Knowing we are 100% pure love, joy, and peace at our core, at the source of our being, as our natural state is pure bliss with 100%. If we want to look at it mathematically, we are 100% pure love, joy, and peace. Pure bliss. That is our natural state. How we were in eternity, in immeasurable time, before our Big Bang, when physical time was created, and we began to interact with what we know as matter, that allows us to create physical forms through our interaction with matter on the molecular level. So there's the molecular level of things, and there's the energy level of things. And those listening, if you have not studied any bit of quantum physics yet, now is the time to do it. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. The power is always within the now. To learn more, to understand more, to see more clearly with physical and clairvoyant eyes. All the power for everything is always in the eternal present moment. Each new moment, we can choose to be more conscious, more self-aware, more wise through first physically observing and reading and researching all the evidence that what this person is sharing has already been shared countless times by countless people in countless resources, including quantum physics being one of the starting points to see with physical eyes that we are all energy animating physical forms. And we are all energy on micro and macro levels. connected to our whole self on a micro level is to be connected to our physical body, consciously connected, knowing what our physical body needs and listening to it intuitively, as well as the metaphysical, the thoughts and feelings, both of the meta mind outside of the physical body and the physical brain's thoughts and feelings, and being consciously connected to it all, as well as being consciously connected to ourself on the energy level, the causal level, the cause and creation of all things, physical, metaphysical, and causal. Also referred to as mind, body, spirit. Some people would say mind and spirit are the same thing because our conscious mind is our spirit. Spirit is consciousness. They are the same thing. But in saying mind, body, spirit, could be referring to mind as the brain or the metaphysical, both conscious mind and physical brain mind, the body, the physical body, and then the spirit is the energy that sustains and animates all that is physical and metaphysical. In order for physical and metaphysical to exist, we need the causal, the creator of all that is physical, the energy. Please don't just take our word for anything. Research. Look to quantum physics, look to metaphysics, look to classical physics, look to all the sciences, look to all the different forms of medicine, including energy healing medicines, natural medicines, the history of ancient medicines and ancient healing, like Ayurvedic medicine, and how food treated as medicine creates more health when we are putting natural, organic foods in our body. So the herbicides and pesticides and genetic modifications and the added hormones and the added antibiotics and all these things unnaturally added to our food, we eliminate that by creating more natural, wholesome eating through growing our own organic foods. And they're local, so they're fresh. And if you haven't studied Ayurvedic wholesome eating, maybe now is the time to study that as well. Over 5,000-year-old ancient wisdom teaching us how our individual bodies are different, with different doshas being more prevalent than others, depending on the individual physical body. And the more we learn about our individual physical self, the more we can heal and maintain healthy physical bodies, because we're listening to the ancient wisdom, we're listening to our intuition, we are listening to the research, the science that teaches us the best food is naturally grown organic food that is 100% compostable, zero packaging, zero waste. The more healthy it is for the planet as a whole, the more healthy it is for the individual as a whole. And the more healthy it is for the individual as a whole, the more healthy it is for the planet as a whole. As we are all one whole, connected eternally. These physical forms are temporary, and they're fun, and we're meant to have fun. We're meant to enjoy life to the fullest, 100% free. Free from government, free from corporations, free from big pharma, free from addiction, free from everything that would have us in bondage of an individual micro physical self. And we are free to see how powerful we truly are as 100% pure love energy. We are free to consciously choose to have positive, loving, kind words and all other actions. We are free to consciously do as we say we will do. We are free to be consciously aware of our micro self, so we may be more aware of the macro self. We are free to treat ourselves on the micro level the way we would like the macro level to treat us. And we are free to treat the macro level, those outside of our individual physical self, treat our neighbors as we would like to be treated. We are free to do all of this. We are free to be at 100% pure peace. It's not rest in peace when we leave these bodies. It is being at restful peace, whether we be in form, through form, or out of form. And knowing we are all eternal, infinite peace. That is our nature. We are all eternal, infinite love, joy, and peace. When we come across resources that help us remember who we are, what we are, how we are, we share these resources. When we have personal experiences that we call spiritual experiences, or aha moments, or mind-blowing moments, intuitive awareness, conscious contact, whatever we call it, when we have moments that shift us consciously, bring us closer to ourself, closer to God, closer to Christ consciousness, closer to the Creator, whatever we choose to call it, whatever we choose to call us. Knowing we are one, God is one, Creator is one, we are one whole singularity of energy, and we get past the physical language of it all, and we just see we are all one. Mathematically, if you prefer to call it. So mathematics show nature, the one in nature. It's just all one. We see one come up in a lot of environmental mathematics. When we look at the spirals within the plant life and the interconnectedness is all being one. How the trees are interconnected as one, communicating through their roots. That we as one may communicate with the trees, that all as one may communicate as one energetically. Energy reading, sensing what is truly going on energetically and connecting to it all as one energy field. On the macro level, beyond the one micro level, one part of the whole self. It's been referred to as ego or physical brain, the squirrel cage of the physical brain, stubbornness. It's been referred to as a lot of different things that has the potential to interfere with us being connected to our whole self when we let it, when we unconsciously just give into it and give up and say things to ourselves like, I'm not worthy of love, or I'm on my own, I'm alone. These are false messages from ego, from the less evolved parts of our physical brain. And as the physical brain evolves more, we consciously evolve more as we interact with these physical brains in these physical bodies. And we gain more self-awareness with more powerful brain-body connections. And as those brain-body connections expand, it includes the thoughts and feelings from our energy field self. And that expands to knowing our whole micro level part of the whole energy field. And that expands further and further and further till we know our whole macro cosmic energy field. This is how we feel more and truly know, starting with quantum physics science and seeing and hearing with physical eyes and ears, that we are one. We always have been and we always will be eternal life energy. Please share the resources in the comments below that helped you come to this same realization. Because we were all here to help ourselves awaken through our personal experiences shared, through the science we discover and share, the psychological science, the neurological science, the physiological science, the physics of every type. All of it comes together and explains what this person is explaining. So please share below. What is it that this person hasn't shared yet that has helped you? Or what is it that this person speaking has shared that you looked up and it helped you have a better understanding? More awareness, more self-awareness on a micro level, more self-awareness on a macro level. Perhaps list the steps you personally took that helped you. What support groups have helped you? What types of therapy have helped you? Because it could help another part of us. If it's helped one part of us, one person, chances are it can help other people. And as we are intuitively drawn to different things that help us and share those different things that have helped us, we continuously help more parts of ourselves. As we continue to practice what works for us, we continue to maintain healthier, happier, more peaceful living. And we are so grateful to be here on this planet Earth right now in November 2021.